What is the purpose of loop? Loop. Basically, what is loop? Execute for n number of times. Super. To do the function repeatedly. Super. Okay. Then which perform the same action. Super. Iteration. Iterate. Okay. Iteration takes place. So whatever. So basically, a loop is going to be the particular task is going to execute for n number of times or until the condition satisfies. Okay, so that's the loop over there basically. Okay, so it will perform the same operation n number of times or until the condition satisfy, the program will, the particular loop will be executed over there. Okay, that is a basic loop. So in lab you have that totally for loop will be available, while loop will be available. Okay, so see here we have a if you go to block diagram, structure palette, block diagram, structure palette, there you have a for loop will be available, while loop will be available. Okay, so we'll discuss. Okay, sir, where is do while loop? We'll see that. Okay, how it is doing in here. So for loop will be available, while loop will be available. First we'll go with for loop over there. Okay, so put the heading for loop. So very important, put the heading for loop. Now there you will find a for loop means right click on the block diagram, structure palette, go for loop and drag it. So after taking for loop, just drag it. Okay, drag like this. Okay, so how much you want, just drag it. I'm just dragging like this. Okay, so just drag it. In display, how many terminals were finding in this for loop? So this is the for loop. Okay, this is the for loop. Okay, how many terminals were finding here? Totally you have a 2 terminals will be available. The 2 terminals will be, what are the 2 terminals means? Kindly note down that, very important. Kindly make a note of that. Okay, so you have a 2 terminals will be available. N represents loop count. N represents loop count. Okay, I represents loop iteration. So N represents loop count, I represents loop iteration. If any mistakes while typing means don't mind it. Okay, so N represents loop count, I represents loop iteration over there. Okay, okay. So in for loop, how the for loop will execute means based on n value. Okay, so in LabVIEW I'm talking that. Okay, don't try to compare with the text based program. Okay, so in LabVIEW, so the problem will execute, the for loop will execute depend upon the n value, not regarding the I value. Okay, so I is that it will tell how iteration it will give it over there. Okay, so here how much value you are giving for n, based on n value the loop will be iterated. We'll discuss that. Okay, so why you are getting broken run arrow? See here, you are getting the broken run arrow. Why you are getting broken run arrow? Guess what might be the reason we are getting a broken run arrow in our VI? What might be the reason? That is error. Okay, why you are getting that error? Error is available. Yes. Why you are getting that error? No input for which terminal? No input for which terminal? For n. N is not initialized. Okay, so if you are getting a broken run arrow means no condition, incomplete connection. Okay, okay. So if you are getting broken run arrow means kindly click on that list error. Okay, because it will help you to do the program very better thing. Okay, because if you are seeing the block diagram alone means you can't able to complete the program. Whenever getting the broken run arrow, just click on that broken run arrow. Okay, it will tell. So see in which way you are getting the error. You have an item with error will be available, which we have error will be available. Okay, and how many errors it will display. Currently we have only one error will be available. For loop is telling where it's occurring the error. For loop n is not void. Okay, so kindly make a note of that. In for loop n is the required terminal. Kindly make a note of that. In for loop n is the required terminal. Okay, so n is not void. That's the reason we are getting the broken run arrow, and there are no indexing input available. We'll discuss what is in later class. Okay, so not here. So kindly make a note of that. So in for loop n is the required terminal. So n is required terminal. Required terminal in for loop. Okay, for loop, if n is not wired, broken run error will occur. Broken run error will occur. Okay, so kindly make a note of that. Okay, n is the required terminal. If you are not counting n value means broken run error will occur over there. Okay, so very important. Now I am going to keep the n value over there. Okay, so right click, create constant. So don't need to create any control over there. Okay, just create the constant over there. Just create a constant. Okay, very important. Just create the constant. Now I am going to give the value 6. I am giving there. Okay,
Pikachu.
I'm going to give the value 6. How many? See the run arrow now. Now run arrow will be enabled over there. Now how many times does the loop will execute? Tell me. So I don't have any problem. Okay, so I didn't do anything in the looping over there. Okay, now how many times the program will execute? How many times does the loop will iterate? First of all, 6, 5. I'm asking how many times does the loop will iterate? Okay, or how many times does the loop will execute? I'm asking that. Okay, so loop will run for 6 times, 7 times. Loop will run for 6 times. Okay, what is the maximum I value you will get? Maximum I value. So I value will be 5 you will get. Okay, so to see that whether the loop is running 6 times or 5 times, that's why I'm going to create a one indicator here. Okay, indicator, that it will be a iteration indicator. Okay, I'm going for iteration indicator. Now I'm going to run the VI here. See, I'm going to for a highlight execution and run the VI. So loop will run for 6 times. I said I will be starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so totally have I will start starting from 0. That's why 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be available. Okay, so that loop is executed for 6 times. Don't tell 5 times over there. Okay, because I didn't ask the iteration value. I asked about how many times the loop will run. Means loop will run for 6 times. What we are giving in the n value, that only you have to tell. Okay, don't tell the I value, because n is going to define how many times the loop is going to execute. Okay, so very, very important. And kindly make a note of that. One important thing about for loop. So in your notebook, kindly make a note of that. So the definition. Okay, so kindly write this point. The iteration I terminal provides. Kindly make a note of that. The iteration I terminal provides current loop iteration count, comma, which ranges from 0 to n minus 1. That's the reason only we are getting the I values 5 you are getting over there. Okay, it will be n minus 1 will be available. That's why you are getting the answer 5 in the iteration. It's starting from 0. By default, I value will be starting from 0. Kindly make a note of that also. Okay, so 2 points I said. By default, I value will be starting from 0, and programmatically you can able to change. Okay, but always by default you will start value from 0, and the iteration count I terminal provides current loop iteration count, which ranges from 0 to n minus 1. Very, very important, these 2 points. Okay, for doing programming as well as for CLAD examination also. Okay, okay, so done. I love you the simple point regarding about for loop. Okay, now we'll see the data type what we are getting over there. Okay, so what is the color, what is the color you are getting for n and I? See, what's the color you are getting for n and I? What is the data type it's representing? What's the data type that particular color is representing here? Blue color, integer. Why can't it be a double? Why can't the data type is not a double? The n value and I value, why it is not a double DBL format? Why it is giving in the integer format? Why you are getting a integer? Why can't you are not getting in a DBL format? Integer, correct. Okay, integer. Why you are not getting in a integer? Why you are not getting in a double precision value? That is floating point value. Countable. Okay. Okay, countable. Not exactly. Because in DBL also we can able to count, no. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we can able to give, no. So simply why we are giving a why in LabVIEW the programming itself for looping, why they are giving a specifically integer value for, why they are giving a value, why they are giving a n value specifically as a integer value, means that loop cannot be run for a floating point number. Okay, loop cannot be run for decimal points. Okay, so the loop will not run for 6.5 times, the loop will not run for 7.5 times. Okay, that's the only reason they are giving the value in terms of integer value, not in the double precision value. Okay, you can connect double precision also, but people will make mistakes. Okay, that's the reason. Only thing, they are giving the n value and I value in the form of integer value, not in the double value. Okay, can give double value also. See here, representation, I'm giving DBL floating point also, it will accept, but question dot will occur over there. Okay, but some people may given up by mistake, they will enter 6.5, they will enter over there. Okay, at that time what will happen? The loop will never run for a floating point. Okay, 6.5 times the loop will not run. That's why they're specifically going with a integer value. That is the value that integer representation will be I32 representation over there. Okay, so these are some basic information about the for loop over there. Okay, now we'll do one simple problem regarding the looping. Okay, now I am going to take the, so go to front panel, go to silver. That's another way, another thing. Okay, to get the controls over there. Okay, so if you are bored with these controls, means can go for silver palette, means there you'll find some more different way of controls. You will get it over there. Okay, something you will like that. Okay, so tank will be available. Take the tank over there. So take the tank value and then drag it. After taking the tank, drag it and keep the tank value as 100. Okay, keep the tank value as 100. So go to front panel, go to silver numeric palette. Tank will be available. Take the tank and make the value as 100. Okay, make the value as 100. Now I am going to fill the tank up to the level of 100. Okay, so listen, I am going to fill the tank up to the level of 100. What is the n value you will provide? So I'm going to fill the n value as 100. What is the n value you will provide? So I want to fill exactly at 100. I want to fill. Okay, think and then tell. Think and then tell. So I want to fill the tank up to 100. So what value you will provide? So I am going to give the value 100. I am giving here. Okay, so I am going to give the n value. I am asking here. Okay, I am going to give the n value as 100. I am giving there 99. How 99 will come? I didn't get you. 99 you are telling that. Okay, so I am giving the n value as 100. I am giving there. Okay, I am giving the value 100. Now I am going to run the VA here. So we need to connect that tank to some other terminal over there. Okay, so here I am going to use the I value here. For my this instance, I want to fill the tank up to the level of 100. That's why I'm going for I value here. Okay, I value. So I'm connecting the value here. Okay, so see, you are connecting integer with a double precision floating point. You are getting the question dot. You are getting there. Okay, try to eliminate the question dot by changing the representation. Right click, representation. Go for I32. Okay, kindly eliminate the question dot. Okay, now run the program. Now run the program. See, if you run the program, immediately the tank is rises to some value over there. Okay, we can't able to see the how the value is flowing from step by step. Okay, gradually we can't able to see. Immediately after running the program, the value went up to the maximum time. Okay, up to 99. We have to see what is the value over there. To see the value, okay, right click on the tank. Right click on the tank. Okay, go to visible items. You have a digital display will be available. Okay, go for digital display. Now it will tell you, it will clearly tell you the tank is filled up to 99 only, not 100. But I asked it, I want to fill the tank up to the value 100. Okay, so now we'll see what to do that. Okay, before that I want to see the tank flow. Okay, I want to see the 1 2 3 4 5. I want to see the value gradually. So I am going for right click. I am going to introduce one time delay in my program. Okay, till now we are not used any delay over there. Okay, now I am going to introduce a time delay over there because loop will be available. The program is executing very fast. Okay, if you are using loops, means either for loop or while loop, always it's better to use one time delay in your program. Okay, very important. Right click, go for timing palette, go for wait ms. Okay, take the wait ms. Okay, so timing palette, go for wait ms and keep the wait ms here. On the inside the loop you have to put. Okay, then only the loop will take the time what I'm mentioning over there. Now in the input terminal side, right click, create constant. Okay, this is a millisecond timer. Okay, I am giving 100 milliseconds. I'm giving that. Okay, so up to that's up to the user convenience. You can use whatever timing you want. Okay, you can use 10,000 also, but that is a millisecond timer. Okay, 100 millisecond means it will take a 0.1 second to execute one iteration. Okay, for every iteration it will take 1.1 second will take. Okay, if you want to run iteration for 1 second, means you have to give 1000 milliseconds over there. Okay, there you will find the wait ms. Means right click on the block diagram, go to timing palette. In the timing you will find wait ms will be available. Okay, so very important, wait ms. Okay, take the wait ms and keep it on the keep it inside the for loop and connect some terminals over there with some values, whatever. Okay, So 1000 milliseconds will represent 1 second over there. I am giving 100 ms, I am giving there, which means every 0.1 second my program will execute. Okay, now see here, now I am going to run the vi. So now we can able to see the value here. Okay, tank value you can able to see. This is not the indicator, digital display. Okay, now my tank is filled up to 99 over there. Okay, but I want to fill the tank up to 100. What the thing you will perform over there? I want to fill the tank up to 100. What you will do? 101. Okay, 101. Good choice. 101. 101. Okay. Is there any other method available? Any other method available apart from that 101? Apart from 101 is correct. Okay, but apart from 101, is there any other method available to fill the tank up to 100? In comment, somebody said like I plus plus. Somebody said okay. So which means you have to increment the I value. Normally I will start from 0. If you put one increment in this place, means so the I will be starting from 0. Okay, but in the tank it will start from 1 over there, so that you can able to easily solve the things over there. Okay, now simply increment the I value. So how to place the increment function means right click on that wire, right click, go to insert, right click on that wire, go to insert, in insert go for numeric palette, take the increment, okay. Now run the vi. If you put a if you increase the delay means 100 means the program will take 0.1 second. Okay, if you are giving a if you are giving 500 means, if you are giving 500 means, if you are giving 500 means the program will take a totally 0.5 second for one iteration it will take. Okay, the program will run very slow. See here, very slow the program will execute. Okay, likewise, so depend upon your problem, just give a time delay. Okay, don't play with the time delay. So I'm going to give 10,000, I'm going to give 5,000, I'm just giving 1 lakh. If you are giving means program will take much time to execute. Okay, so always go with the 100 or less than 500, just provide. Okay, that is depend upon the application also. Okay, because you can't able to stop the program in between. Okay, so because once after completing the 100 time, the loop will terminate over there. Okay, if you want to a program stopping at the between means you can't able to do, you can able to do only abort. So you can able to do only abort. Okay, abort means program is intentionally program is terminated 80 itself. Okay, loop is not completed till now. Okay, program is not completed or VA is not completed till now. Okay, so only way is to make the abort over there. Okay, kindly make 100. Okay, that's a better thing. So this is the one way to make the program to raise up the tank to the value 100. Okay, so is there any other method available? You can able to make use of that to make the value 100. Okay, so that's it, the value will be filled up to 100 over there. Okay, now simply what we are going to do now means, so if my tank value is less than 30. Okay, if the tank value is less than 30, I want to display one indicator low. Okay, I want to display one boolean indicator low. Okay, if my tank value between the tank value is between a 30 to 70. If my tank value is between 30 to 70 means I want to display medium. Okay, I want to display medium. If my tank value is more than 70, or if my tank value is 71 to 100, I want to display high. Okay, whatever you can able to give. Okay, so I am giving some conditions over there. Okay, how we are going to implement this one? Okay, so very simple, normal comparison only. You are going to compare this tank value over there. Okay, so right click, go for comparison, take the first condition is less than, so take the less than over there and connect the tank value. So remember, you are going to compare tank value with your set point. Okay, not set point with the tank value. Okay, so make a proper comparison. Okay, if you're exchanging a terminal means you will get some different opposite result you will get. Okay, that's why now tank value is going to compare with the constant, create the constant with the value 30. Okay, so if my tank value is less than 30 means right click on the terminal, less than terminal, create indicator with low. Okay, next I'm going for, so how will you implement this one 30 to 70? If it is less than 10, less than 30 means okay, how will you implement the next one 30 to 70? How will you implement that? How will you implement the value 30 to 70. Selector. No, we have to compare. No, first of all, we have to compare the value 30 to 70. We have to compare. Selector will accept a boolean value in S terminal. We can't able to connect over that. So we have to compare basically. Okay. Selector will not compare anything. Okay. So remember that one. Selector will not compare. So simply what you can able to do means totally to implement the value from 30 to 70. If the value is in the range of 30 to 70, you should display the value medium. So what I am going to do means two ways are available to implement this one. Okay, one method will be you can able to provide greater than or equal to 30. That is one comparison. That is you can able to write the condition like tank greater than or equal to greater than 30 and and gate, that is and gate. Okay, and gate, then tank less than 70. Okay, which means you are going to display medium one. Okay, you can able to implement in this manner also. Okay, or else you can able to go for the you can able to consider this function, right click, go for comparison palette. In comparison palette you have the function in range and queries will be available. So you have the function in comparison. You will find the in range and queries function will be available. You will find it in third row, third column. Okay, in range and queries function will be available. Take the function and keep it on the block diagram. Now let me put the help window. Okay. So if you see the help window means, see here in the help window you have the x value will be available, upper limit will be available, lower limit will be available. Okay, what is the x value means your incoming value. Okay, your tank value, in this case your tank value. Upper limit will be what is the highest value you are going to make. Okay, and what is the lowest value you are going to make and what range you are going to give it basically. Okay, so I am going to connect the x value as a tank here. My upper limit value will be 70 in this problem. Okay, so 70 I am giving there. If you want to change value, I won't like the number value 70. I will like the number 45 or 7 means you can give any number over there. Okay, same way lower limit value also 30. Okay, I'm giving 30. I'm giving that. Okay, so here you have a in range value will be available. Create the boolean indicator. Two terminals will be available. Quest value will be available and in range value will be available. So go for in range value. Create indicator with a medium. Okay, medium. Then last thing will be, so again to implement 71 to 100, right click, go for comparison again. So take a in range and queries function, take it and then connect the x value once again. So lower limit value will be 70. I'm giving that 70. Then here it's going to be a 100. If you are giving more than 100 means the VI will not execute. Okay, because loop will terminate at 100 itself. Okay, so in range it's going to be a high. Okay, three conditions I made it over there. Okay, now say here you have a 3 LEDs will be available. Take the 3 LEDs in this place. Okay, now normally for this LED, what is the color you will get if it is on means, if the LED is true means what is the color you will get? The LED is on means what is the color you will get? Green color you will get. Okay, if it is off means something dark green you are getting over there. Okay, so suppose I want to change the color for the LED means, so we can able to do that. For low I want to display one blue color, for medium I want to display one black color, for high I want to display red color. Like that means you can able to do it for boolean indicator. Right click on that low, so simply right click on that indicator which you want to change. Right click, go to properties, and here you have the colors will be available over there. Okay, colors will be available. In the colors you have the, for on what color you want. Okay, just choose the color over there. Okay, if you click at over there you will get some colors. I'm going for a blue color. For off, let it be, I'm going with the green itself, dark green itself. Okay, so yes. Then for medium, so any colors, any lucky color for you, anybody? So for medium I am going for not green, so I am going with the something called sky blue. I am going there. Okay, then last high properties I am going there. I am going with a somewhat violet color. I am going there. Okay, now I am going to run the VA here. So see, the program is executing, the value is in the less than 30, that's why low is indicating, then medium, super, then more than 70, high is glowing over there. Okay, so simple way to implement a for loop over there. Okay, loop will run for 100 times. Okay, and between we are performing some tank level monitoring we are performing over there. Okay, so simple problem. Okay, so do this problem. Any doubts available means just tell me. Okay, so don't play with the colors. Okay, just give one color. Okay, don't try to change the colors more often. Okay, because that is not our task in this place. Okay, so the task is available in later half of the training. Okay, so don't play with the colors. Okay, first of all, giving the pink color, and I don't like pink color, giving changing to a black color, don't play with that. Okay, do the problem. Any doubts in the problem means just tell me. Okay, so do it quickly and provide label for the function. Okay, so to change the color, okay, you right click on that indicator, right click on the indicator. Okay, boolean indicator, right click on the boolean indicator, properties. Okay, in that you have a colors will be available, choose which color you want. Okay, so colors will be available for on which color you want, for off which color you want. Okay, simple properties, you will find that. So do it. Silver indicator also same thing. I think go for again properties. You will have a color will be available, fill will be available. No, our fill will be available. You can choose uh, okay, can change it. So do this problem quickly. uh, there is no difference between normal indicator and silver indicator. Okay, same thing, both are same, but the looks will be different. Okay, so if it is if this is the tank means, so the both looks will be different. Okay, that's it, only difference is the looks will be different. That is a one simple indicator only. Okay, there is no difference between these two things. Okay, looks will be only the different between these two things. Okay, so completed means tell me quickly, we'll go for next one. If you completed this problem means, okay, so in the same problem we are going to implement one more step also. So what is that means, if you completed means just try this one. So you are going to display one string indicator. Okay, so I am going for one string indicator. Okay, I am going to call it as result indicator. Okay, tank status, or we can tell tank status, normal string indicator. Okay, so I am going to call that as a tank status. So in that you are going to display string value, low, medium, high. You should display. Okay, you have to use only one string indicator. Okay, not three string indicator. You have to use only one string indicator. In this string indicator, you should display the value is less than 30 means you have to display low here. If it is a value is in the range of 30 to 70 means you have to display medium. Then more than 70 to 100 means you have to display the value high. You have to display in string indicator. Okay, try to do that. Try to do that. Try to do that. First of all, try that. Okay. Try that quickly. Simple. Okay, so you know which function you want to use to convert the boolean to the string value, you know all those things. Okay, try that. So complete that string indicator. Completed the problem string indicator, or you are doing the string indicator. So complete it quickly. So for the string indicator, if you want to display string indicator means, if you want to display the string indicator means simply, so usual steps only, okay, not, you are not going to do much thing over there, okay, simple thing. I think we done the same thing on the previous problem, the cluster problem also we done it over there, okay. So simply what you are going to do means, take the select function, usual steps, take the select function, okay, select, and this is our condition. If this is in the range, if the value is in the less than 30 means we are going to display low. Take the string constant, it's going to be a low, okay, I'm giving that low. So what value you will provide here? What value you will provide in this terminal? So here condition is true means you will provide the value. You will provide the value low. What value will you provide in this place? So either you can give a medium, or so I am going with the empty string I am giving there, okay. So I am going for empty string, okay. Condition fails me, it will display empty string, it will display over there, okay. Next I am going for medium. Again I am going to take the same comparison select function, okay. So medium, here I'm continuing there, and same way string terminal, I'm taking string terminal. If it is true means it will display medium, okay. Or else here also I'm going, if it is false means I'm going to display the empty string, okay. Now empty string I'm giving there, okay, empty string. Then I am going for comparison select function for a high. So here it's going to be a string value again, string constant I'm taking there, it is going to be a high value, high, and here it's going to be a empty string again, okay. That's it. Now what I'm going to do it here means, I am going to concatenate all those things, okay, because whichever condition is getting true on the time, so I'm going to concatenate all the values. So I'm going for a string, concatenate string I'm taking there. So I'm going to drag it 3 times. So first terminal I'm giving there, okay. Then second terminal, and this is going to be a third one. Okay. Now run the VA. If you run the VA means you can able to see the answers over there, okay. Medium, and last you will get a high, you will get, okay. So other method, other way of implementation is also available, okay. If you're done with that implementation means just let us know me in comments, okay. If you're done in some other manner means tell me in comments, okay. If you done up to this means, if you done up to this string indicator means, tell me, then we'll go for feedback node. Okay, so it will be very easy only feedback node. In that feedback, we'll discuss about indexing concept also. Okay. So done, all of you? Done. Yes. Okay. So save this VI. So remember, save this VI. Okay. After completing this problem, saving it, create a new VI. So create new VI. New VI. Okay. Control N, Control T. So create a new VI once again. So we'll see what is feedback node. Along with the feedback node, we are going to discuss about the indexing concept also. Okay. So very, very important. Kindly listen. Okay. So what about remaining students? Did you complete it or not? I got response from 3 people only. Okay. What about remaining? Did you complete the for loop diagram? So don't think in the mind that sir will send a video link in that I will do. Okay. You have to complete in this class. Okay. That's I want. Okay. Now we'll discuss about feedback node. Okay. What is feedback node? What is feedback? Feedback node. Definitely you will come across this term in your engineering. Okay. So what is feedback? Feedback node. Feedback, generally what is feedback? Taking input from output. Okay. Taking input value from output terminal. Super. Output will be given to input value. Super. Connecting from output to input. Super. Okay. So basically feedback means what we are going to do means we are going to give a connection between output value will be taken as a input value over there. Okay. That is a feedback terminal or feedback value. We will tell it over there. Okay. That is the feedback node. We'll see how to use feedback node in LabVIEW over there. Okay. So take a for loop. Where will you find a for loop means for loop will be available in structure palette, and take the for loop over there. Again, I'm telling the feedback node and the separation we are going to discuss next. All will be common for while loop also. Okay. So while loop we'll discuss later. So for loop, I'm taking for loop here. Okay. Take the for loop first of all. Okay. So I am going to give the n value as 5. My n value will be 5. I am giving that. Okay. What is the task we are going to perform with this feedback node means we are going to do simple sum of 5 numbers over there. Okay. So I am going to add sum of I am going to make a addition of 5 numbers over there, like so I am going to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. Equal to what's the answer you will get? If you want to start from 1 means you can give 1, or else I want to start from 0 means you start with 0 also. Okay. So what is the output value you will get? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What is the output you will get? So your answer will be 15. You will get. Okay. Sum of 5 numbers will be sum of first 5 numbers are we can tell. Okay. Or whatever we can tell. Sum of first 5 numbers will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Answer will be 15. We are going to implement that thing in LabVIEW over there. Okay. We'll see how to implement that. Okay. Definitely we need a for loop. Okay. So that's why I'm taking a loop in this place. So here in this place you will require any I value here. You will require any I value. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 are going to do. So first we'll discuss about which function you require here. to perform this sum of 5 numbers, what function will we have to use it in this place? What function will you use here? Which function will you use to get this result?